Hi everybody, Ellen here. Today I come to you guys with my July book haul. It's freaking enormous. I don't even know how many books it is. We'll count afterwards. Since I don't want this video to be 5 billion hours long, we're not going to say that much about each and every book, so just try to keep up. First of all, we have Harry Potter och De vises sten, Harry Potters hemligheternas kammare, and Harry Potter och Fången från Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. These are the new Swedish editions. These are the 20 years celebration issues, if you will, because the Swedish editions celebrate 20 years this year, and this is the first time we get brand new covers on the Swedish editions, and they're so beautiful and I love them. Now we have a book I only had it as an ebook before. This is The Distance Between Us. We meet Cayman and she meets this guy named Sander. She works at her mother's like sort of doll shop, and she doesn't really like rich people because she feels they're entitled and really rude and just, you know, do whatever. But then she meets Sander and maybe they fall in love. Maybe This Time by Casey West. In this one we meet Sophie, and she come across this guy named Andrew. He's the son of this very well-known chef in town. They end up going to a lot of the same events and maybe they fall in love. Love, Life and the Least by Casey West. Another book I only had as an ebook before. We meet Abby and she really wants to display her art in this art event, showing, whatever you want to call it, at work. She shows her artwork for her boss, but he tells her that her art doesn't have enough heart in it, and so she decides to make a list out of things like experiences that she will be a part of, just so she will be able to get more heart into her art. And yes, that rhymed. The Chosen by Karen Mathew. This is a signed edition that I got from Waterstones. Love it. This is the first book in a new series called Contender. Don't really know about this book that much. It's just a guy trying to save the world, and there's like prehistoric creatures, I'm guessing some dinosaurs, which I will really love the idea of, so hopefully the execution is good. Memento by Emmy Kaufman and G. Christoph. This is a prequel to the Illuminae Files series. This is about character, what do you want to call it, Aiden. It's really bittersweet and it's awesome. Aurora Rising by J. Christoph and Amy Kaufman. This is about Squad 3112, I think they call themselves. So we meet Tyler and he is like the #1 cadet at this flight academy, and he's supposed to be able to pick his squad first, but end up missing the draft, which means that he is stuck with all of the people that nobody else wanted. And they're really cool. Ow, loons! They're getting into a shitload of trouble. They have to save the planet. Shit goes down. And I have a review book that I got from the publisher Louise Bäckelin förlag. This is Alla känner apan by Varg Gylander. And this is about a guy named Leonard, and he wakes up in Stockholm. He has no idea where he's been. He has no idea where his clothes is, and you know, shit goes down. He's trying to figure out what the hell happened. Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins. This may or may not be book 2 in a series. This is about a princess story. That's pretty much all I know, but I love books that involves princesses. I'm really weak for those tropes. We have Prince Charming, which I actually think is book 1. This is also by Rachel Hawkins. These are supposed to be like, I don't know if they have cameos in them or something, but they're different stories, I believe. But yeah, love the trope. We have Internment by Samira Ahmed. And in this one we meet 17-year-old Layla, and it's been 1 year since they landed on this registry, and 5 months since the Attorney General ruled there was a precedent for relocation of citizens during the time of war, and 1 month since the president declared that Muslims are now a threat to America. So really important subject. And then we have I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. Don't really know a lot about this one. It's an LGBTQ book about 2 guys falling in love, and that's pretty much all I know, but I'm guessing they're going to run into some problems because of that. I'm getting sweaty from just hauling books. Okay. The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. So it's about Eden, and her brother's best friend rapes her, and she can't really tell anyone about it, so she's trying to, you know, like keep it to herself and try to get through it on her own, and you know, horrible stuff like that. Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali. We meet Zainab. She's the only Muslim in class. And that isn't bad, but she's angry. She gets actually suspended from school because she confronts her teacher about his way of speaking about Muslims. And we also meet Adam, who was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and he stopped going to class. And he is intent on keeping the memory of his mom alive for his little sister, and they meet up. With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is about a girl. I think she has a baby. She's not very old. She got pregnant in freshman year. She wants to become a food goddess, and she wants to cook while, you know, taking care of a baby. Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Erin Blake. We meet Mara and Owen, and they are twins. And then Mara's friend Hannah accuses Owen of rape, and Mara doesn't really know what to do. And, you know, shit goes down. And then we have Letters to the Lost by Bridget Kemmer. Juliet's mother is dead. She's been writing letters to her, putting them at her grave. And then one day there's this guy that actually answers her letters, and they meet up and shit goes down. A middle grade book for a change. The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James by Ashley Erin Blake. This is about Sunny. She's had a heart transplant. She's been having a lot of heart issues, and she decides to set on a new life plan, and she makes a list of things she wants to do. Don't really know a lot about this book, but this is Focus by Alison Gerber. It's about a girl with ADHD and how she work with that. More Than We Can Tell by Bridget Kemmerer. So we meet this guy Rev, and he struggles with memories and demons of the time before he was adopted, and he would manage just fine until a letter from his birth father brings hellfire, fear, and danger back into his life. So I think this was the second book to Letters of the Lost. And then we have Call It What You Want by Bridget Kemmerer. There's a lot of books from the same authors. We meet Rob, but his dad was caught embezzling funds from half the town, and everything has changed, and now Rob's a social pariah who lost everything, his friends, his status, even his family. And he meets Megan, and shit goes down. The exact opposite of OK by Laura Steven. I'm stressing because I don't want to long this video, but also my camera's about to die, so we're speeding it on. The exact opposite of OK by Laura Steven. Love this cover. So we meet Izzy, and she never expected to be 18 and internationally reviled. But when photos involving her and a Polish's son and a garden bench emerged, the trolls set out to take her apart. Armed with best friends Ajita and a metric ton of nachos, she must figure out who's behind the vicious website while keeping her sanity intact. Radio Silence by Alice Oseman, and a lot of people have been giving this book such good reviews. It's actually like text or chats or something in this book, I feel like. So we meet Frances, and she's a study machine with one goal: nothing will send her way, no friends, not a guilty secret, not even the person she's on the inside. And then she meets Alid, and for the first time she's unafraid to be herself. So when the fragile trust between them is broken, Frances is caught between who she was and who she longs to be. Now she knows that she has to confront her past to confess why Karis disappeared. A Girl Called Shameless by Laura Steven. This is the second book in the exact opposite of OK, so we're not gonna tell spoilers. This was the first book, this is the second book. I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. I meet Angel, and she really only cares about one thing, and that is the ARC. It's a pop rock trio of teenage boys taking the world by storm. Being part of the ARC's fandom has given her everything she loves: her friend Juliet, her dreams, her place in the world. Jimmy owes everything to the ARC. He's their frontman. Playing in a band with his mates is all he ever dreamed of doing. But dreams don't always turn out the way you think, and when Jimmy and Angel are respectively thrust together, they find out how strange and surprising facing up to reality can be. And Love, Hate and Other Filters by Samira Amid. This is about 17-year-old Maya Aziz. She's torn between worlds. There's the proper one her parents expect for their good Indian daughter, attending a college close to their suburban Chicago home, and being paired off with an older Muslim boy her mom deems suitable. And there's the world of her dreams, going to film school and living in New York City, and pursuing a boy she's known from afar since grade school. Then we have two graphic novels. So we have Heartstopper Volume 1, Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman. I ended up reading the first few chapters of Volume 1 online. I will link the link down below if you're interested. And I just really liked it. I'm very skeptical when it comes to graphic novels because I usually don't like them. But I really like the art style, and it's not like just black and white. and it just seemed like a really cute story, so I ended up buying both of the volumes that are out. And yeah, hopefully I will like them. We have the star of the show. So this is the leather-bound edition, 10th year anniversary edition of Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I got this from the US. It's crazy expensive to ship to Sweden, but it was worth it. And there's like beautiful illustrations from the different covers from different countries, and it is signed. I needed to buy 2 more. So we have that's upside down, Mistborn, and we have everything is upside down. Hero of Ages. The Love Ascension was sold out, so I'm going to get that at a later date. But these are so beautiful and will look amazing next to Elantris. Both of these, of course, have illustrations from the different covers. They look amazing, and maps and everything. And they're signed. This one is as well, and this was the Hero of Ages. They're just the most beautiful ever. And we have signature there. So yeah, the camera died, but we're just going to continue on with the haul. Now I have quite a few books. I think it's 15, 16 or something like that. My grandma actually passed away in 2017, and then my grandpa passed away this year in February. So God. Okay, so we have tried to clean out their house and taking care of stuff and stuff like that the last few months, and my grandma really liked to read. Oh my God. Okay, I said I would do this without crying, okay? So I have a few books that was my grandma's, and it's mostly classics, I think. Mostly Swedish classics actually, and I don't really know anything about them, so I'm just gonna show you guys them and, you know, tell them what they're called and everything like that. So we have Markurels i Vadköping by Alma Bergman. So we have Dvärgen by Per Lagerkvist, and we have Hemsöborna by August Strindberg. Brudarnas källa by Vilhelm Moberg. A lot of Vilhelm Moberg in this series, because we also have Förrädarland and Giv oss jorden. And we have Dödmans hand, and I can't really see what it says anymore because it's a little bit old. But I think it says Folke Fridell or something like that. Then we have Hemsöborna och Skärkarsliv by August Strindberg. Bränt barn söker sig till elden by Cordelia Edwardsson. Treblinka, revolt i ett utrotningsläger by Jean-François Steiner. Utvandrarna by Vilhelm Moberg. And Resor utan mål and Kap Farväl by Harry Martinson. Kalekane by Karin Boye. Rädda Orm by Frans G. Bengtsson. Den dolda blomman by Pearl Buck. Långt från landsvägen by Vilhelm Moberg. And then the last one is Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. And I remember when I was little that my grandma talked about this book because she was reading it at the time, and she just really liked it. So it's fun to have it, and I want to read it. Okay, so we're just gonna end this book haul before I start crying for real. But yeah, it's nice to have a few of her books in my collection, and I'm going to have a special shelf for it, which probably won't be in frame, but we'll have it right outside here. And hopefully I will like some of her books that she really enjoyed. And yeah, this turned into such a blabberfest. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but obviously I'm massively failing. Okay, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please don't forget to give me some thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully it will be a little bit more cheerful. But yeah, see you in the next one, I guess.